And so, like, one of the things the entire offseason, I talked about this with Brian, is I feel like the pendulum has swung way too far on Carson Beck to the he's trash side. I know he had some bad games. I know that there were bad moments. I know there was double the turnovers last year, but I think it's been way overstated as time has gone on. Now that you guys have announced Lloyd Carr's grandson, CJ Carr from Saline, Michigan, as the starter, something that I've seen, and not necessarily from you, so I'm not ascribing this to you, but to Notre Dame fans, and this is something the Falconer TRX brings up, is there seems in the last week to be an overwhelming confidence that CJ Carr is better than Carson Beck today, right now. He phrases it as seriously, but like, I'll just say, what are your thoughts on the topic? Because that seems a little premature, at least.
Sure.
Your thoughts?
Yeah, look, I mean, Notre Dame fans were excited when CJ Carr was announced as starter, in the same light that Miami fans were excited to know that they were going from the Cam Ward era to the Carson Beck era. Understandably so. You get a guy with 2 years of starting experience at Georgia. There's not going to be a stage that Carson Beck gets on that's going to overwhelm him in any capacity. We're talking about somebody that's played in multiple conference championship games. He's played against Alabama. He's played against LSU. So that I understand completely. As of today, right now, on August 27th, I personally can't say that CJ Carr today is better than what Carson Beck is, because the next meaningful pass that CJ Carr throws at the collegiate level will be the first meaningful pass that CJ Carr throws at the collegiate level. And that's something that I'm well aware of. Now, why are Notre Dame fans excited? Hey, look, man, you get it. We cover college sports. And this is something that there's going to be extremes on either side of the fan base. You know what I mean? Some that you have to convince your fan base that your team is that good, and some that you kind of have to tamper down expectations. Mm-hmm. And I like to believe that at Irish Breakdown, we fall somewhere in the middle, providing good analytics. And part of that is CJ Carr's yet to throw a meaningful pass in college. And so if we're talking about experience, there are games that you can go and look back to and say, hey, Carson Beck performed this way when the pressure was on. Mm-hmm. When they're down by 3 scores at home against Georgia Tech, we saw the level of poise that he had. For CJ Carr, there is a lot of projection. It's a lot of, hey, we think he's going to be able to do this because. But in short, to answer your question, man, I can't confidently say as of today, CJ Carr is a better college quarterback than Carson Beck, because we haven't watched him take a meaningful snap.